right, man. Switching it up today, man. Appreciate everybody that's gonna be watching and listening. Don't forget you can listen to this on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Shit, you can re-listen to it on Twitch for 15 days. But hit the link tree. You can find us everywhere: Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Republic, Spotify, Anchor. And it may be some other ones I might be forgetting about. If you want to listen to it on a platform that I don't have, just go ahead and request it and let me know. You can reach out to me. Link to the first link in the description. It's pinned in the live chat as well too. You can find me on Twitch, Instagram. It's the two places you can find me. So yeah, you can hit me up there, DM me, and I'll try to accommodate your requests and get back at you as soon as possible. But yeah, I found this interesting. I think I seen this live last week as I get my life together. Just got off work, got from the gym and stuff. You know how I go. A little bit, and I seen Michelle Obama, and I'm gonna have to play the clip a couple times. And I seen her talk about, which I found was interesting, why there are so many single mothers, early on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even. And I'm gonna throw my twist in there. A lot of people don't even make it to the marriage part. I mean, shoot, a lot of people don't make it to living with somebody. I remember my dad told me, if you can avoid it, don't have no roommate. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment. That's why I always tell people, people say you should get married before you have a baby. I really don't. I feel it. I ain't gonna be against it. It makes sense. And when you marry, you should have your life, settled down. Even if y'all been together for X amount of years, y'all should be building something. It should be on its way, or it should be boiling. Then you get married and all this other stuff, right? But if the discussion takes it there, we take it there. But she explains why, and then she talked about how she hated Barack Obama for 10 years. She said that she hated Barack Obama for 10 years, and it all correlates with one another. Okay. So you can check the Real One-on-One playlist if we listen to this on YouTube. Obviously, you can type the title in as well too. So I'm gonna play the clip, and if some people roll in, I'll play it again and again and again. Depending on the participation, depends on how long I'm gonna be on. I like to shoot for an hour minimum, maybe 30 minutes. You never know, but 30 will be the minimum. You know what I'm saying? But give me 1 second. I'm gonna cue this up. And this interview was on Revolt. Shout out to Revolt. This is used for educational purposes. And I'm giving my commentary over it. So let me cue this up. I don't know what's going on. Okay, whatever.
People think I'm being catty by saying this. It's like there were 10 years. Well, I couldn't stand my husband.
You say that. You say 10 years.
And guess when it happened? When those kids were little, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because you can be all great individually when you're just married. You got your life, he's got his. You come together. It's all good to see you. Bye. Take it easy. And then you have kids.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. You're traveling. That's great. Good. I get to hang out, watch the TV I want to watch. Right. But the minute we had kids, it was like, where are you going? And how far? And you start measuring. It's like, how many diapers did you change? And you're golfing? Oh, you have time. Oh, you have time to golf? How you at the gym all the time?
Why you in my grave right now? I'm like,
that's when all the measuring starts, because you got this project. Yeah. And guess what? Little kids, they're terrorists. They are. They have demands. They don't talk. They're poor communicators. They cry all the time. They're irrational.
They're selfish.
And you love them more than anything. And so you can't blame them, right? Because look, they're cute. And he's so cute. And look at him throwing his plate. That's so cute. So you turn that ire on each other.
Yes.
And for 10 years while we're trying to build our careers and, worry about school and who's doing what and what, I was like, this isn't even. And guess what? Marriage isn't 50-50 ever. There are times I'm 70, he's 30. There are times he's 60-40. But guess what? 10 years, we've been married 30.
Wow.
I would take 10 bad years over 30. It's just how you look at it, right? And people give up for the 5 years. I can't take it.
How do you know? What is the, because sometimes
you gotta know your person. Do you like him? I mean, you can be mad at him, but do you still look at him and go, I'm not happy with you, but I respect you. I don't agree with you.
Yes.
But you're still a kind, smart person.
Yes.
The feelings are gonna change over time, right? You're not gonna always be so the minute that goes, people want to give up on it. But now you're in the work. You're in the work of it, and that's why I want to talk about the work of it, the work of any relationship, the work of friendship. And people think I'm being catty by saying.
All right, so if more people flow in, I'll play that again. But she's exactly right. And what's the crazy thing about it is, a lot of times when a relationship is over, it's a woman that's had enough. It's the woman that breaks it off. And she may not necessarily be the disconnect of the relationship or the issue. And another thing that I'm noticing too, just reading on social media doesn't mean that this is the status quo, whatever. But a lot of these women, they ready to give up on any relationship. They not, you can't make a mistake, or you can't do nothing wrong, or if you miss a date, or if you look at another chick ass, the relationship is over with. You hear her talking about marriage is work. She said she hated the man for 10 years. And it's never 50-50. And a lot of niggas look at 50-50, or a lot of people look at 50-50 as financially. Dude, I'm not speaking on here. I'm gonna go ahead and sit you out today. How about that? I'm not gonna go there. So a lot of people look at paying, financially splitting the bill 50-50. That's what they look at it. Oh man, you pay half, but it's like she said, it's never 50-50. It's never 50-50. Because when you say, well, he pay all the bills, then at the end of the day, she doing the grunt work that people don't see. Picking the kids up, dropping the kids off, making sure they clean, making sure they got clothes, making sure Obama got clothes, making sure his drawers ain't got holes. She holding the house down. And if that's everybody's different. If that's sustainable, that's sustainable. If you look at the Will Smith show, right, the new one, Bel Air, his wife sacrificed her job, her career, so he can flourish. You can't put that in 50-50. You can't break numbers down like that. You can't break that down. That sacrifice, man, that's more than equal to, Uncle Phil taking care of all the bills and doing, for everything financially. She gave up her career. She gave up a passion she had to hold down the family, have his kids. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like she said, like I'm gonna get to the kid part, but like she said, you can't break a relationship down to 50-50. In the bare minimum, in the bare essence of a relationship is y'all gotta be friends first. Before you say we boyfriend or girlfriend, now you like her? And don't get confused, sex or whatever it may be, how she look. Do you like her? Do you like him? That's the question. Like she said. Do you like him? Do you like her? Do you respect him? Do you respect her? Them two is a must. That's a must. Because if I don't like you, you know what I'm saying? That's a problem. You can like me and you can not like me and respect me. No, I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who don't like you. I mean, shoot, my mom married a man and didn't even know he was an atheist. So it's so many questions and there's so many layers to getting to know the person before you even and there's so many prerequisites that women and men don't ask. And you need women like Michelle. You need leaders of the community, the elders of the community, must I say. You need people to come out and say this. Because if she can pinpoint what's going on, You know what I'm saying? If she can pinpoint the problem, guess what? You got to jump start. You got to jump start. If this woman can pinpoint a problem, if the elders can tell you, pinpoint a problem, guess how many relationships she just helped out? Guess how many relationships she just helped out? Like that, not even that happened. You know, a lot of people need to hear this. You know, and honestly, a lot of people fail to communicate. I mean, females don't communicate. They're talking about dudes not communicate. Females don't communicate. Oh, you know, I can't tell you how I feel because you get angry and all that. And at the end of the day, as a dude, you got a lot on your plate. Especially as a black man in America, shit, you got to worry about, you know, getting your head, keep your head on a swivel coming home from work. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think daily communication and all that type of stuff, but knowing pinpoint the issue, I'm just looking because I don't have no biological kids. So I'm just looking like, you know, like, damn, I see all these women out here and they single with young kids. I'm talking like I remember this chick on Facebook was talking about how she was pregnant. This man still was hollering at her and said he was gonna take care of the kid, even though it wasn't her kid. I'm just looking like, bruh. I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So how you pregnant and you single? It's really its own epidemic, bro. It really is. How you pregnant and single? Think about that for a minute. And that's a big question. You see a lot of these young girls with young kids and they single. Now y'all baby daddies couldn't have died or got locked up in jail. Damn. You know, you see them hating the baby. You see the video on Facebook this past year, a couple years ago, where the lady, you know, knock on the baby daddy door, leave the kid on the porch, and go hop in the car and go drive off and go live her life. At the end of the day, when you choose to bring, as a female, as a woman, you choose to bring a kid into this world with another dude, you know the sacrifice. You know what it is. Traveling, hitting the club, all that's a bare minimum, even though you ain't missing out on shit, no way. Even though you ain't missing out on nothing, no way, and you don't know that when you're young. But you threw that option away to have this kid, no matter if you had it, you know, think y'all gonna be together, no matter if you had it where you looking for a come up financially, you gave that up. You signed up for the terrible twos. You signed up, not your mama, not grandma. You signed up for that, and that's what come with it. A lot of women want the good and not the bad. You gotta take it. It's like a lot of these females that want to be the leader of the house. They want to be the alpha, and they like what Black Ram 313 check his channel. They like thuggos. You know, a lot of wealthy women like, you know, tend to date down to dudes that don't have nothing going on. Like I told you, I had a next door neighbor doing the same thing when I was growing up because they want to be in control. But you gotta take the good and the bad. You know, but going back to what she was saying, so she pointed like why it's a lot of single mothers out here. Not like you single and a kid 10 and we just didn't work out, or we got married, we had a kid and didn't work out. You got a lot of women who pregnant and single, 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, and single. You ask yourself 5 years old, single. You know, and you ask yourself why. She just told you. When that baby come along, everything changed. I just thought it was the hormonal, you know, changes when they pregnant. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes just couldn't sit there and take it. But she's breaking it down. At the end of the day, you're not pulling your weight. And I knew somebody that's doing the same thing. Well, this dude, he ain't changing enough diapers. He ain't doing this. He ain't helping with the baby. He ain't doing this, that, and the third. Look here, if a dude, you know, if a dude ain't helping you with the bills, your car broke down and he ain't swooping down and, you know, fixing your tire, making sure you good, making sure you eat, y'all don't go on dates, he don't open doors and type of that name. What you think when the baby come? He don't clean up, he don't care about keeping the house together. You know what I'm saying? You got a chick that's slobbish and shit. What you think the relationship gonna be built on? At the end of the day, with any relationship, is a homeboy, homegirl, cousin, auntie. You establish the parameters on what you gonna allow and what you're not gonna allow. And if people gonna mess with you, gonna mess with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You alive. You let the dude get away with calling you a B word, guess what? He gonna do it all the time. In anger and in being friendly. If you get away with that, hey, If you cool with it, you cool with it. If you cool with the dude smoking weed in the house or she smoking weed in the house, if you cool with it, you cool with it. You allow it. Don't come in here year 2 or month 7 or year 3 and say, well, no, you can't do that no more. They gonna look at you like crazy. She gonna look at you like you crazy. So then she says that the measurements come when you have the baby. Oh, you at the club and I'm stuck with the baby? Oh, you at the bar and I'm with the baby? Oh, you at the gym and I'm with the baby? I know you bought 100 diapers, but I changed 100 diapers. I go buy 100 diapers. Let me go have my freedom. Like literally, couples be fighting to have freedom when the baby comes. I see them seeing it. Like I just say I'm seeing it. They fighting. Well, I want to go out. Women want to go out and have their independence so bad. That's a huge issue. A lot of women want to go out, have their independence, throw the baby on somebody, and they want to go out and have their independence. They want to hit the club, get the groove back, and all that type of stuff. At the end of the day, you got to understand when you had that baby, especially when they're young, you temporarily threw them rights away. If you ain't ready to hang up your heels in your club days and all that type of shit for birthday cakes and going to see Puss in Boots and Baby Shark and all that, don't have no kid. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you ain't ready to hang out, if you want to still hit the streets, hit some corners and sip the yak and blow the weed and hit the hookah and all that shit, don't have no kids. If you still addicted to going in the club and all that, matter of fact, you shouldn't even be in a relationship. You shouldn't even be in a relationship as a woman. Because what type of dude really taking the chick you meet at the club serious? Unless she's the anomaly. You know what I'm saying? Unless she's the anomaly. If she's the anomaly, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't do this. I just came to support my friend. Y'all hit it off and you chop it up with her and she cool and she, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all just looking at ass, titties. Y'all don't even look at the hair. The front will be falling off. Looking at ass and titties and all that. The other shit don't even matter. Shit, some of you niggas don't even care if you slide in this stank. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, trying to, hit as many skins as you can using 90s slango. At the end of the day, that's high school shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit you do in college, you experience and get that all out the way. But, you can ask the average dude, you know what I'm saying? Average, dudes under 25, what you want in a woman? They gonna look you like you crazy. A lot of them. They don't know. You don't know. Y'all dating women. I mean, I used to date chicks and don't even know their last name is Smash. Don't even know the bitch's last name. That's real spill. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask about where her father at, what happened to, don't think about meeting the mama. You just think about just the sex. And they had the same thing on their mind. They think the same way. But if you ain't gonna be friends and you can't respect the person you with, man, I wouldn't even be dealing with them, even if we just on a casual thing. Just because we get together, we make super duper magic. You gotta kick it with somebody on a friendship level. Y'all gotta have common interests. And those common interests is what's gonna keep y'all together. And then y'all gotta have, y'all gotta be able to agree on beliefs. Whatever it is, religion, whatever it is, education wise. A lot of people was getting divorced during the pandemic, and they was, interracial couples, and they was finding out that they, significant other was a racist, and they was divorcing them. How can you date somebody and not know they racist? Like I said, how can you date somebody and not know, and marry somebody and not know that they're atheists? That just lets you know, like, bro, a lot of people they be in love with what you can do for them financially. That's cool. He could take care of himself and she could take care of herself and she can manage a checkbook. He can manage the checkbook, his credit together, all that type of stuff. Cool. But what's gonna keep y'all together? I like crime and science shows. That's something that y'all got in common. I like working out. She like working out. That's something that y'all got in common. Oh, she like cars. I like cars. Oh, she like playing the game. I like playing the game. Or she like dogs and I like dogs. Or she like going to the show, I like going to the show. Or we like eating, she like, we like eating. Cool. That's what's gonna keep y'all together. If y'all can't like be friends, and people think being in a friend zone is bad, but it's really not per se, not in that friend zone. But if y'all like to be friends and laugh and kiki and all that type of shit, and she's laughing at your jokes, and y'all both cool, and y'all just go out and have a good time, and y'all laughing and y'all joking and the conversation flowing, y'all got some of the same interests, you know what I'm saying? Okay, she smoking, you don't, you like, that's cool with me. Or he smoking, you don't, you like, okay, that's cool with me. Or you like chili, hell no, you can't smoke. Then, hey man, ain't no point in keeping this shit going any further unless you willing to give up smoking. You gotta be friends, bro. And Houdini side, you gotta be friends. You know what I'm saying? You got to be friends. Y'all got to be cooling. And not just I smoke, she smoke, we sit here and smoking. She like reading all shit I like reading. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to find common subject. Now, y'all ain't got to be 20 for 20 on that shit. But if she don't really care about kids' education, to me, that's a deal breaker. If she can't read, that's a deal breaker. If she an airhead, that's a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes say used to date white boys, or some girls used to date white, used to mess with white girls. That's a deal breaker. You know what? I ain't here to be political Jesus. That's your deal breaker. I ain't mad at that. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't date fat niggas, cool. But as soon as a dude say, well, I don't date fat chicks. Oh, man, why not? Like, man, that's another thing. Women love to be able to have their preferences, right? Chick can be, have 4 kids, you know what I'm saying? And be like, well, I don't want to date no dude. They got a baby mama, they got a kid. You be like, dog. But you know what? I don't get hung up on that. Keep it moving then. If I fit the script, man, matter of fact, if I don't even like what she's saying, I'm going to keep it moving. But that's very vital, you know what I'm saying, that you got to find those common grounds. That way, once y'all can be friends and you establish where she respect you and you respect her, you know what I'm saying? And even times you tip that line of disrespect or respect, or she go over that respect, you be like, you know what, I'm gonna walk away. I respect you too much. You know what I'm saying? But the friendship and respect got to be there. You know what I'm saying? Then you start, dissecting the other stuff, the personality. She firecracker, she bust you in your mouth. If that's what you like Krishan Rock, cool. That's what you like. You want to be brawling with women, cool. Hey, look here, I ain't knocking you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking you, but she got a point. When them kids get involved, that make perfect sense. When them kids get involved, everything become a measuring tool. Who you with? When you been at? Remember on White Chicks when Marlon was coming home and his wife was saying, you here in 16 minutes. MapQuest said 15. That's when the measuring start happening. Another time the measuring started happening too that I noticed with some dudes that I just know of, or just politic with, is when marriage started coming in. When they about to get married, man, my dude was somebody, his wife was on his ass. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't let him go nowhere. And trust and believe, a lot of women know you dudes out here creeping. A lot of them just accept it because they scared to be alone. They scared to be alone. Benjamin Fosalou, he said, The Way of the Superior Man. Superior Man, good book. I suggest every black man reads that before starting a family. I'm gonna check that out. He said the media has blurred the lines of masculinity and femininity, and that's why you turn the TV off. So he says the superior man, the way of the superior man. I'm gonna check that out. He said, I have the book, but man, when I read, I can never get information out of a book like I want to. You can't comprehend it. I would recommend taking notes every chapter. And however you take them notes, you take the main subjects that you're getting, and you try to break it down as much as possible. It's gonna take you a while to read the book, comprehend. I know, 20, 24 hours a day, but that's how you do that. But at the end of the day, that's when the measuring come out. Oh, you ain't doing this and you ain't doing that. Well, I need more help with the kids. Is that and the third? At the end of the day, too, what's so funny is, before you have a kid, you ask people to come over. You know what I'm saying? Have drinks, you go over, but you start to need help. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody be around. But that's cool. She says 10 years she hated this man. And that's cool. She didn't like this man. Cool. And she stuck there. And he stuck there. You know, it's probably so many times Brock was like, man, this month, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, man, this month. It's probably so many times they said that. But anything that's worth good, that's good for you, it's worth getting. You know, you gonna work for it. Of course, you can, hit the lottery and win $1 million. Cool, like Uncle Airway. Cool. But if you a self-made millionaire, and it's no other business create more self-made millionaires or more no other business create more millionaires than real estate. FYI, you know what I'm saying? No other business creates more millionaires, and probably, and now this is my opinion, probably quicker millionaires than real estate. And you don't need no money to start. There's secrets they don't tell you. And I'm learning the power of the LLC as well too. But nonetheless, but you hate when you don't like somebody, you know what I'm saying? You willing and but y'all on a bad terms, but you willing to work it out. And a good sign of that, y'all have an argument, you know what I'm saying? And y'all have an argument and y'all don't talk for a week. Come on, I ain't had no argument with my mama and I talked to my mama for a week. You know what I'm saying? Shit, no matter how big or small it is, the turnaround should be quick. Or it should be in a nice time period. Y'all arguing and shit, and you don't speak to her for a week, or she leave and she don't text you and you don't text you and you leave, man, that's a bad trade. You walk around the block, come back, work it out. Or y'all sleep on it for a day or two, work it out. But if you can't work out little small disagreements and whatever it may be, I don't know. It's just sometimes relationships bring up the craziest disagreements. It could be over kids. It could be over you smashing up the chick car. It can be over anything. You won't give her $100. You know what I'm saying? Over anything. Or she make a mistake and break your PlayStation. But you got to be able to thug that shit out, bro. And when you like somebody and you respect somebody, when you depend on somebody, and that's your rock, man, you'll be able to get over anything, almost. You know what I'm saying? Because, there's somebody, as I say, you get married, there's somebody you gonna have to wake up to every day, even if they all end up being older and sleeping in a different room. There's somebody you have to wake up with every day. There's somebody, when you had kids, when you look at your daughter, she come over for the weekend, you see her. When you look at your son, you raise your son, you see him. You hear a lot of people talk about black people. You hear a lot of people talk about black women not being able to raise black men. Nobody ever brings up the aspect of, you raising a man, right? You raising a young man of a dude that you hate right now, that you don't like. You don't think you see qualities in your son that's in the man that you had him with that you dislike and had disdain for? Come on. Look just like him. You don't go through your mind a little bit? Of course it do. Of course it does. That's life. So of course a lot of things you can't let go. Nobody ever talks about that aspect of raising a kid. Little David look just like his daddy, act just like his daddy. You don't think that brings some type of mental fucking trauma to a woman? Her mind? Come on. If it equals to her treating him better and treating him like a little boyfriend and dressing him like the man she wants, all that factor into that. But the essence of what she was saying, you got to be with somebody that y'all really like each other. Y'all really cool. Like I hang around you, and we got all our classes together and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we all shit. When you at the lunch table, I'm there. After school, we kicking it like that homegirl or that homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like that. Like that. That's kind of where you gotta be with it at. Like kid and play. You know what I'm saying? When you see kid, play ain't too far behind. You see play, kid ain't too hard behind. You know what I'm saying? That's how y'all gotta be. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all can be cool on that, and a lot of times people grow apart. That's why people get married at 18, 19, 20, 21. Man, you don't even know what life is yet. You don't even know what life is yet. And like she said she'd take them 10 years out of 10 bad years out of 30 for 30 whole years. And you talking about through thick and thin, for better and for worse. Soon as somebody get a little turmoil in a relationship, they ready to go divorce. Y'all think that y'all putting y'all hand on that damn Bible and saying thick and thin and I love you through sick and better or good and better or worse and all that type of stuff? Come on, you know how much couples work through, bro? You know what I'm saying? At some point, it's a threshold where you like, man, I can't, I get it. Whatever that may be. Remember my man's off old school. He was walking in. It was like 10 dudes in the room with his wife. And she told him, I got an addiction. Yeah, yo, I'm out of there too. I can't hold that against you. I'm skirt. You know what I'm saying? You know? But it's whatever you got to do to, and like somebody told me one day out the blue, man came up to me. He said, man, I was squatting 400. It rolled off my neck. He was coming to help me. He just came up to me and said, man, don't get married without kids. Kids keep marriage together. I ain't know what he meant, but I'm starting to understand what he meant now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's not the cheaper to keeper aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not the cheaper keeper aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? It's something to fight for, something to stay together for. Let's get you through the turbulence. And then you kind of like when they get older, then, when they able to police themselves, then you're going to have fun. It's not, come on. But, y'all see a lot of young girls, they be having kids and all this shit. Oh, nigga can't do this. He make one mistake, I'm out of here. That's a bad trait to have. That's a bad trait to have. Every time something don't go right, you want to pick up and leave and go back to your mama house. That's a bad trait to have. For you too. Bad. Oh, every time you leave, you move fuck with the hole. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad trait to have. That's a real bad trait to have. But yeah, of course, like she said, when the baby get involved in the measuring can't start coming out. But that's the work. Like she said, that's the grunt. Whatever, people got to 25, 10, 15, 20, 25, over 30 years of marriage. What you think? You thought it was all peaches and cream, even though the grandkids come around, you come around, drop the kids off, come get a sweet potato pie, and everything seemed good, man. You know how many bad times people go through? And another thing I'm going to leave y'all with, too. Big Geese, I see you. Another thing I'm going to leave you with, too, bro, is that you must train your household to keep what going in that house. You know what I'm saying? People talk about snitching and it's morally wrong in the black community. But one of the cardinal snitch rules that you cannot break is going outside of your household, telling people outside your household, family or not family, what's going on. That's something my parents did not play that. My mom especially. You know what I'm saying? I seen who daughter was it? Kale, Kale Mitchell from Kenan and Kel and all that. His daughter was saying, well, people think my dad is in my life and we take pictures, but he's really not there. Do you understand? If I called my parents out, at a parent teacher conference, said, well, my dad and mom, they think that they're the man, dude, man. As soon as we got outside that school building, my teeth gonna be knocked out. When y'all start letting y'all kids have an opinion, like I ain't had no opinion. I barely got, the only thing I gotta do is pick what I want to eat. Now your kids can come out on social media. And say, well, my dad ain't shit and he ain't do this. My mama didn't do this. They could have been better parents. I feel man, you crazy than a mud. I couldn't do that. Shit, I still can't do that. You got 10-year-old, 9-year-old, and a lot of women tend to agree with it because a lot of times it got something to do with the men. But don't nobody ever sit down with a dude and be like, nobody sit down with their father and be willing to look for closure. You know, you got the mama side of the story. Sometimes the mama don't even tell her side of the story. Nobody say, I'm going to be a man, I'm going to be a woman and get this man's side of the story. And it might make sense, and it might be bringing a healing process to an end. That's the crazy thing about it. You know, and I you know, being on the other side of it and knowing, you know, what it take to be a man, what it take, the overtime you got to put in, trying to get multiple incomes of revenue, trying to stay alive in these streets, try to keep your health up, try to balance life. I truly understand when people say it's not enough time in a day, 24 hours is not enough time. You be stretched thin as hell. I get it. But that's something a woman would never understand. Now, as a young man and you grow and be a man and you live through it, you will understand. You're like, damn, dog, I see what Pops was going through. I get it. You understand that. But a woman, a lot of times, she won't ever understand it. They won't. They won't. But damn, as you call your parents, social media make a lot of people comfortable. A lot of people comfortable to run their mouth like a faucet and don't think it ain't no consequences. Shit, I wish I would call my parents out on social media. Man, dude, by the time this stream got to 40 minutes, man, I'll be on the first 48. What happened? I mean, he was shooting a live stream. They heard a bang at the door. He said he's going to end it, and, you know, we never seen him again. It's been 50 days since he's made a YouTube video or live. He's not had a social media presence. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, these kids way too comfortable. And that's something that has to start with you and her. You know, a lot of girls, you know, they need an outlet to go hire somebody professionally. Y'all go through something, she tell her homegirl, you know a homegirl gonna hate. You can be cool as hell. You can take these hoes out to dinner, you know what I'm saying? Feed them, smile, provide liquor, provide weed, provide a house. Provide a fan, AC, you know, turn the heat as high as y'all wanted to. You know what I'm saying? You can be nice as hell. And they still gonna have a problem with you. You can be nice. You can be nice. Show a lot of hospitality. You know, and a lot of, like I said this on the video, I think I got coming tomorrow, maybe it was today. And this one girl told me a lot of women tend to hate their girlfriends, boyfriends, because they secretly like them. They might have been doing nasty. And I'm like, shit, you might be on to something there. You know what I'm saying? But that's natural too in a relationship. That's 100% natural in a relationship with her family not liking you or not, but a part of her family not liking you is because she running and telling her stuff. See, she gonna forgive you because she respect you and she y'all was friends and y'all love is starting to manifest. But that family don't forgive, and then they want you to come around their family and shit. And that's why a lot of times on the first run around in a serious relationship, the shit don't work. Cause you breaking all the rules that you didn't know about. The second time you go around, what's that TV show? Step by step, second we gonna make it second time around. The second time around, you probably gonna hit. You probably gonna be the better relationship. Cause you know the do's, the don'ts. You know the rules of the chessboard. But I'm telling you, if you keep I'm telling you, if y'all can be friends first, and y'all can respect each other first, because it's a two-way street, and y'all can set the parameters on a tight household where the whole neighborhood and the families don't know what's going on, and then I'll give you a bonus one too. And a lot of women don't understand this because a lot of women like ownership. They like to tell people, I got a man, I got a husband, I got a boyfriend. Let's take pictures. Keep that shit off social media. All social media do is open up turmoil and chaos in your relationship. Like now I say on that song, what's the name of the song? Stay. Watch for unhappy women. They'll try to hurt your happy home. He ain't lie. A lot of women don't understand that. You all on the internet and she got a nice looking dude and this, that, and the third. And they always look happy. niggas can't stand to see other niggas happy. Let me tell you that. Niggas can't stand to see other niggas happy. In the black community, they got something called the crab in the bucket mentality. That applies to social media. They don't want to see you happy. And it's cool. People ain't got to see you building. You working hard and you stack your money up. You buy a nice house. You get the car you want. You got a beautiful family. People should only know what they need to know. Nigga, I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? Only people should be at your house is people that you trust and you love. Everybody should know you live at. The girls and them out of town. You know what I'm saying? Female shiesty too. The girls and them out of town. Trey, Mookie, and Bebe ain't got to come over. You go get a hotel room or whatever. Get an Airbnb. Y'all can parlay over there. That's a biblical rule. No matter if you're a bachelor by yourself or whatever it is. No matter if you like, well, I want to smash Keisha. I met her at the club, man. Hotel. The house is only meant for serious relationships. That's it. Only meant for your homeboy that you 10 toes down for the most part. A girlfriend, 10 toes down. Same thing when you get a wife and kids. People don't, you don't let random niggas come to your crib where you live at. We going out, meet you at the McDonald's by the club. You know what I'm saying? We gonna rendezvous there, or I'm gonna get a hotel room. We gonna do it there. You know what I'm saying? That's how that go. That a lot of people don't know that's common sense. Your house ain't the trap house. Your house ain't the cabaret. Your house ain't the rendezvous point. Unless y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't like that? No, don't do that. Trust me. Not everybody and their mama need to know where you live at. Especially when you got a family. So you eventually will go on in that house, stay in that house. And your kids are a reflection of the house rules. Everybody talking about your kids' etiquette. They talk nice, they eat with the right fork and all that. That's cool. They read, they go to school, they seem educated. That's cool. That's cool. But damn, we'll go in this house, we ain't gonna speak on that. It's in the house. And that go for parents too. Soon as little Bobby getting mad, the mama got the little nigga on Fortnite doing the Fortnite dance as embarrassment. No, you ain't gonna embarrass my son like that. No, now if he take it to the internet, like my man's his son was flashing his guns on the internet and he checked them in front of his fans, I co-sign that. You took it to the internet, so now I got the you reach, you teach. Now I got to teach you. That's cool. But no, I ain't with embarrassing kids on the internet. But once again, these things you got to establish with your partner before y'all get serious. What you think about people embarrassing their kids on the internet? And she might be like, I don't have a problem with it, and you might explain to her like, well, this is why I don't fuck with it. She be like, oh, you right, or you might get a typical BW. That's the only time we use that word. I'm being funny. You hear it in the red blue pill community. And she might be like, nah, you tripping, you wrong. Y'all might sit there and debate. If you got a part woman that don't never want to admit that she wrong, like on no topic, even if you say, well, shit, was Earth, Wind, and Fire first album, and you be like, you show her, this is it right here. She don't admit you wrong. Once again, that's up to you to decide whether you want to continue with that. My boy Roy Dixon, good fella, when you say about not having an opinion as young boy, you're 100% right. We couldn't do that kind of behavior, but today's kids are called the government children. You ain't, they call the government, they call CPS, and I didn't know what CPS was. Real talk. I'm talking about my girlfriend, they tried to call CPS on Wilson. I said, what the fuck is CPS? She explained what CPS was. I said, damn. I said, people snitch on other people or lie on other people. I see girls on the internet talk about it all the time. Somebody called CPS with me. I'm a good mother. My kids' clothes is clean. Look at this Air Jordans. I just got these Sherman. And I'll be looking like, damn. I ain't know what that shit was. What called Child Protective Services for? Yeah. Protect me from going back. Kobe 2K fan salute. Protect me from going back. Like, no, we ain't had that type of opinion when we was kids, bro. Hell no. Well, Mom, you're not parenting the right way. I'm leaving. Like, shit. My mom tried to take me out with a tire iron one time. Dude at the gas station had to stop her. I was gonna take that motherfucker from her though. It was what it was. Beat me. Shit. I was a free man's Nas. I was a free man's. But back to Michelle Obama. This was on Revolt. Kelly Rowland Finance was there. I don't know who the rest of them was. But she absolutely right. You know, when kids get involved, it's when they're young, it's a lot of tension. You gotta remember too. Sometimes you gotta make time. Sometimes you gotta take a personal day out to help her out too. You know what I'm saying? If you financially can't, then I mean, at the end of the day, you got to communicate that. We're like, yeah, babe, we financially here. I'm gonna need you to hold on. I'm gonna help where I can help. You know, but if you got time, you can take a day and be like, well, babe, go do you. Here go a couple dollars. Your feet done, this, that, man. Come on, do it. That way, when she try to run game, like, oh man, I gave you a day. You know what I'm saying? Thursdays is your day. You know, I mean, obviously, if you can afford a maid and all that type of shit, I don't know why them type of women rich people be complaining and shit, but at the end of the day, dude, that's what you're gonna have to do. But yeah, but if you can't love, if you can't, y'all can't be friends, y'all, nope. Friend, that don't change. That don't change. If y'all can't be friends, y'all can't laugh, giggle, crack jokes, enjoy doing stuff together, and y'all argue everything y'all do, it's time, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. The friend zone it should be part before y'all even think about, whipping it out and doing that. Y'all should be friends. Y'all should be friends. Y'all should go do the little maze and shit. The little, what you call the little maze room? They lock you in the room. You gotta figure it out. Y'all should be, do painting together. Y'all should bowl together. Y'all should, whatever it may be. Watch TV shows. Y'all should be friends before you even, before you even try to whip it out. Y'all should be friends. Before she busts it open, y'all should be friends. If y'all friends and the sex is satisfactory, whatever, you be like, well, I really like old girl, or she be like, well, I really like old dude. A lot of times, shit, a lot of niggas gonna keep moving on. Like, shit, she solid. But ain't no super nigga, ain't no super woman. Ain't nobody out here checking all the boxes. Trust him, no matter how good Roy look coming to work, happy and shit, he dealing with shit at home. He surely is. And I always advocate for this shit too. Obviously you gotta trust the person. Let her go on a vacation by herself with her friends and some shit. You get your vacation, then y'all vacation together. Y'all need time apart. Let her get a hotel for a weekend and you get one. If they can't trust you with separation, you can't trust her with separation. Y'all don't need to be together. Trust is something else. Friendship, trust, respect. If the person you with don't any relationship. If your homeboy don't respect you, your homeboy, you don't trust you, and y'all ain't really cool, shit, y'all ain't friends. This is why I listen to Good all the time. He always have been sense of normality and keeps it real for me so hard not to disagree with most of the time, if not all the time. Yeah, smash the like button. Appreciate it. Shout out to Roy. But yeah, that's any basis of, man, just look at it this way. We don't get nothing else from this other than what Michelle said. Look at it from this way. Like, this is the way I look at it. I have my friends in school. Like, if we can't be like that, we can't be like, this might not be the best example, like the movie Juice, before all that crazy shit happened. If we can't enjoy hanging around each other like that, checking up on each other like that, running like that, we can't be running like that and doing shit like that and looking forward to seeing each other like that. Hell no. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. You gotta be like the super bad crew. You know what I'm saying? When they about to go off to college and they like, oh man, this is why I was upset. Man, that's real friendship. Now she said another clip, that you can't be a kid's friend, but you know what? She is exactly right. And this is why A lot of these kids feel comfortable airing their parents out. It's got to be a structure. And I say this to a lot of people. I mean, there's got to be a structure. The difference in like the Asian community, in the Arab community, in the Amish community, in the Jewish community, in a lot of the Caribbean community, Jamaicans, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and all that type of stuff, right? Even in the African communities in Ghana and Egypt and Ivory Coast and all, there's a structure. Wherever that is, there's a structure. Like I said before, if you put your kids in a structured household, like when they get home, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna take your uniform or school clothes off. You're gonna eat a snack. You're gonna watch a 30-minute program real quick. Or you know what? You want to go outside? We're gonna knock this homework out. Go outside, come in, wash up. Eat a little bit, watch a little bit more. Then you're gonna read to me, before bed, or we're gonna work on math problems before bed, or we're gonna talk about your day after that. Then you go to bed. On the weekends, you can do, this is what you're gonna do. You're going to play baseball. You're going to go to book club when baseball and basketball ain't in there. You're going to shovel the slow, cut the grass, and the weekend yours. Once you establish that for over a year period, you're going to modify as they get older. 2, 3, they're going to do that shit all the time. That's what happened to me. Like, I can't be around a house that's dirty, whatever. I see laundry laying there, I do my damn laundry. You know what I'm saying? I see dishes stacked up, man. And I'm not shit. That's just it programs them. And that carries throughout life. Whatever it may be. So, yeah. Even your kids get older and I can do what I want to do. It's programmed in them. My granddaddy did with all his boys. All them work. And once you instill hard work, you instill a structure in their life. And whatever you want that structure to be. If you're a carpenter and you want to just get them, I'm going to show you how to be a brick mason or carpentry. So, you'll never have to look for work. Let me show you how to paint so you ain't going to never have to look for work. Or you're going to take this class so you ain't going to never look for work. Whatever it may be, it's up to you. And as they get older, then they figure out what you want. I did everything. I was telling them today at work. I was like, I don't even talk at work. I was like, I did do the guitar. I did play, man. I did everything. From football to guitar to tap dancing to drama to acting to rapping to singing to art to book clubs to baseball. You know what I'm saying? The summer camp. I was always busy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't understand it because everybody else was in the street, running the streets. But, after a while, you understand it. He said, I'm not with my partner now for 10 years. We have a 16-year-old. And she told me her mom said her boyfriend can move into the house. He waiting for explanation. I said, nothing. That's today's generation. So he said, 6-year-old. She told me her mom said her boyfriend. At the end of the day, what she wants you to do? You can call her. You know what I'm saying? And you can, you can tell her like, you know what I'm saying? Like she like, well, I don't feel comfortable with him moving in. It's a totally different conversation. You want that open dialogue because there's a lot of these kids that's getting touched, that's getting hit on, and the mama taking the nigga side. So of course you want that dialogue. You might call the mom, like you do a background check on them, or I give you a couple of hours to do a background check on them. You check them out, ask my police homie real quick before you allow that to happen. But in that situation, when you have a teenager, regardless, we have a kid regardless. Like, okay, Mr. Johnson, we getting serious. And even when you marry somebody, let's say, oh boy, married the mom, right? He supposed to ask the children, can he marry the mother? So yeah, I agree. Something of that nature. Yes, sometimes an explanation is warranted. Yes, something like that. Yo, I'm messing with Tina, whatever. Like I talk to, my daughter, my son, whatever. And it might be separate. You know what? I'll separate that shit if I had kids. If it's 10 of them, we separate the 10 conversations. And I wouldn't even tell them it's coming. What you think about, Tina, whatever. Well, I don't like to be, or she seems nice. We're cool with her and she's okay. And, cool. Kids gonna be honest too. So in that type of situation, I don't mind explaining. I don't mind asking them like, y'all good? You know, if y'all ain't good, whatever. But by the time you get to that point, you know if you're good or not. You know what I'm saying? You know, remember Parent Trap? When the other parent, you know, they swapped and the daddy's about to marry the other girl and they knew she wasn't no good, but he couldn't tell and all that. So it's always good to trust your kids. You know, trust your kids. They ain't even intuition. Trust what your kids saying. Trust what your kids saying. You know, sometimes they come to me and she now for some shit. Who look that nigga, whatever. Yeah, I just don't like him. You know what I'm saying? He trying to take my mom's away. Sometimes you gotta sit there, y'all go get coffee. I don't know whatever y'all do with y'all kids. Shit, some people smoking blunts with their kids now. Whatever y'all choose to do, I don't know. And sometimes you gotta give wisdom, and sometimes wisdom don't kick in. It's like a generator. When the power go out, you sit in the dark. Sometimes it just kick in. Sometimes I be thinking about some shit when I was a kid. I'm like, oh yeah, I can apply that here. Sometimes that's the way it is. Sometimes it is with kids. Yeah, it seems like it's going in one ear and out the other. A lot of people think that happened with me, but I'm taking it. I'm storing it in my brain, and you know, when the light come on, it come on. Or I'm gonna apply. It's a lot of shit that I apply. But if you don't have conversation, you could tell somebody all day. I could yell at Mason, he right in my lap all day. If all I did was yell at Mason when I trained Mason, when I yell at Minnie when I train Minnie, when I yell at Miles when I train Miles, you know what I'm saying? What good would it do? You know what I'm saying? What good would it do? It wouldn't do no good. It wouldn't do no good. Even with training a dog, it wouldn't do no good. You only yell when it's, you know, required. So sometimes you gotta sit down and have them conversations. You gotta have them conversations. You know, we do a mental health check at work every week, something like that. You know, same thing with your kids. Don't assume. Sometimes just call, like, you know, and that established an open line. A lot of people say, well, you know, you don't call unless you want something. It's kids. But if you call your kids and they ain't in trouble, you just call to check on them, guess what they're going to do? It might not happen Tuesday. It might not happen 2023. Might be 2020. Hey, Dad, I was just calling to see what's going on, man. Check on you. You're going to establish that. You're going to start, and it's going to be stuff the kids can't tell you, don't feel comfortable with. Trust me. You know, not even that they scared. It's just stuff they ain't gonna feel comfortable with. And a lot of people sleep on this aspect of life too, and I call it mentorship. You know, go seek your kid out a mentor too. You know, whatever you got to do, screening or whatever program it is, that does wonders. You know, it's kind of like Vince Carter on the end of the bench. I'll let y'all read this last comment. I'll leave y'all with this. It's like Vince Carter at the end of the damn bench, right? People say, well, why was Vince Carter? He's 57 years old. He can't jump. He can't dunk. Charles Carter Brown, Krispy Kreme donuts. I forgot Vince. We talking about Vince, but I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? Why was Vince there, right? Because Vince still can do some stuff on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So it's different when you got a soldier with you, right? The coaches are it's like HR. Let me make that analogy. They HR. If you don't understand human resources, guess what? Human resources are there to protect the interests of the company. Human resources is not there to protect your interests of the company. That's why it's very important. It's a more free game that I learned working in the plant, you know, and F the union too, because they ain't as strong as they used to be most of the part. That's why when they give you that rule book, you have to be able to read and comprehend that rule book because can't nobody save your ass like you. But human resources are there to protect the interests of the company. Right? That's how they look at the coaches. That's how they look at the parents. If I tell my mom or dad this, they're going to get mad. Guess what? You go get a third party. Right? You go find a mentor where they feel comfortable. And it might be a young lady that's a freshman in college. Your daughter might be a junior or a sophomore in high school. But with Vince Carter playing with the boys, they trust him like a brother, right? They're more closer in age. They can have open dialogue with him. And guess what? The only time that I'm going to speak to that mentor is going to make sure they okay. Now, if the daughter, the mom, the dad, the son say, or the mentor, could you ask my dad or this, that's different. Cool. But I'm going to let them have their own relationship. I'm going to make sure ain't no fishy business and no bullshit going on. But I'm going to make sure they have a relationship and she can be part of the maturation process. Now, it's different if you got older, siblings too. Cool. I ain't got to go pay nobody, find no program. You did it. You help her with it. It's already trust established there. So that's kind of what you got to think. You got to think about too. We helped a girl with a mentorship that was in the family. Yeah. Find the right one, show you the rest, show you how to continue to be a woman. I just did it. I'm fresh in my mind. I ain't got to remember. How some parents say, well, you sit on your ass all day, get out there, fill out applications. It ain't 2009 no more. It's not 99 no more. Everybody filling out applications online and all that, and they can help you with that. So yeah, mentorship is something that a lot of parents don't tend to lean on. Lean on it. Lean on it. Lean on that. Trust me. It works. He said, oh my bad. Let me see. He said, it's good. I ran it through YouTube. I seen your post. So I'm about to get these women upset today talking about this is the lions. But at the end of the day, with a lot of people, women today, bro, we generalize. But I always say this, bro. A lot of dudes turn women into the bad women. A lot of women can turn them dudes into the bad men too. That's true. That's true. But then the day, find somebody that elevates you. My granddaddy told me, find me a woman with money. I still ain't listen. Recalling the government headmaster is scared of the school board. The teachers are scared. The headmaster, the kids are not scared of nobody because they have no power. Yeah, you can't do nothing no more to the kids. You can't say nothing to nobody kids no more. You say something to somebody kids, then they tell the parent believe what the kids say, and then it's making the teachers weak. It's no authority. Remember the nuns used to beat the shit out of kids right before I went to school? Hell yeah. And you're not establishing no parameters at home, no structure for authority. That is true. I hate to be a teacher today, bro. I almost went to be a teacher. I was. Changed my mind. When America sneezes, England gets a cold. America makes law, England follows suit. I mean, yeah, England, they putting cameras on corners now. Even Detroit got money to put cameras on corners. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, even Detroit got money. I was like, damn, there's cameras everywhere. England been doing that. You already know they're gonna try to take y'all guns. That's probably gonna be the one that spawned the next civil war. I already know that. I already tell you that. The white ancestry comes from England. They ran to America to get away from England and had the Native Americans and the black slaves help fight for their freedom. Why do you think a lot of black people talk about reparations? Not only did we help, if not do all the colonization of this country, we helped them fight a war for their freedom. Not just talking about the Civil War neither. We helped free them. But that's another conversation. But I appreciate y'all. This has been a real one-on-one. It's been on all the platforms. Get the link tree for all of them. It'll be up tomorrow. Anchor at 6 a.m. Spotify around 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is. And around lunchtime, 12:30, it'll be Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and wherever else I'm at. If you want me to get a podcast that I don't have, just hit me up. You can re-listen to it on YouTube, be in the real one-on-one playlist. Twitch, it'll be up for like 14, 15 days. It's on probably Twitter forever. So appreciate y'all, man. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I think I'm gonna start creating some stuff on Instagram. I think I got a video idea for Instagram. Shout out to my boy from Philly. And I think I'm gonna kind of just talk about the more hard pressing topics on Instagram and Twitter. I'm gonna start switching it up again. I used to do the hip hop one-on-one, so I think I'm gonna be more well-rounded with the live stream and the content coming up. So I mean, if people don't like it, they don't like it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. I mean, at the end of the day, people you grow and you lose people, you lose subscribers. But like I told y'all, I've been telling y'all, I'm gonna start dragging the content in a different direction. So hopefully y'all smooth out with me. To be days where I do the regular talk, and to be days where I talk like this. So hopefully y'all enjoy it. I appreciate y'all. Thumbs up the video on your way out. If you're watching the replay, thumbs up the video. If you want to listen to it, it'll be up tomorrow, as I said. Peace.